Hello friends, welcome back to my channel BOE Tutorial. In this video we will discuss about Lancashire boiler. The need for smaller, more powerful steam boilers lead to the Lancashire boiler design. Basically the same as the Cornish boiler with its internal furnace design, but vastly improved both in efficiency and safety. The first advance was in the number of furnaces. Each boiler had two completely separate furnaces sitting side by side, and each furnace had a separate flue system. Everything that burns, wood and coal especially, contains some amount of water, and that water must be evaporated before the fuel will burn efficiently. In the time it takes the fuel to be heated, the furnace cools somewhat, and that in turn lowers the amount of air being drawn into the furnace. The less air drawn in, the less heat created in the furnace. This slight cooling allowed the metal flue to contract, placing a heavy strain on the ends of the boiler. It also slowed the heating of the water inside the boiler, reducing the amount of steam available. Lancashire boiler consists of a cylindrical cell, horizontally laid. It has on either sides flat end plates, which are supported by plate gaskets or longitudinal round bars lay horizontally across the end plates. Some of the Lancashire boilers dished end plates are provided, which do not require any type of gaskets, as they themselves can hold the ends under pressure. There is a cylindrical type of water holding drum, inside which two more cell type small cylindrical drums are laid horizontally. The fuel is burned over fire grates at the front end of these cylindrical cells. This is called the furnace, and further beyond the flue gas fills up the cell and passes through towards the other end before escaping the atmosphere through the chimney. The short length of the flue path forming the fire grate consists of fire bars laid flat across and horizontal over supporting cleats. Fire bricks are lined over the wall called bridge, which diverts the hot gases arising out the fuel combustion taking place over the grates in the furnace. The boiler cell is rested on cast iron supports and refractory seating blocks, making the side walls. In between these side walls and cell, the side flue are formed to direct the hot gases to give additional heating surface to the boiler. In this type of boilers, a vertical superheaters of Suzdens type is provided between the rear end plate and rear brick wall of the boiler. Thus, the hot gases traveling from furnace flues are diverted through the superheater while they descend downwards before entering into the bottom flue. There is a manhole provided on the top of the cell and a mud hole on the front end below the flues at 6 o'clock position. On the front end plate are provided a set of water gauge, one standpipe for pressure gauge and one standpipe for feed water. These boilers are sturdy and strong in construction. There is ample space provided around the flues and below the flues for manual cleaning in the boiler cell, and for this region even low quantity feed water can be used in this boiler. Vertical cross tube boiler will describe in detail in next video. So friends, if you like this video, then like and share. Also don't forget to subscribe this channel and press bell icon for getting notification of my upcoming videos.